is preserve. Next.
Strip.
Strips.
Yes. Projector.
Okay, very good. Projector.
Filmmaker.
Filmmakers. Go, dog.
Yes. And digital.
Digital. Again, dog, can you read that again?
Digital.
Okay, very good. Digital. Next.
Shoot.
Okay. Number 7.
Alive.
Okay, next.
Extinct.
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 Okay, next.
Effect.
Okay, very good. Effect. Okay, so we have 9 new words today, Doc. Okay, before we start to read our story today, so we have preserve, strips, projector, filmmakers, digital, shoot, alive, extinct, and effect. So that is the use on how to save the movies. Okay? Okay, let's start. So that is saving the movies, Doc. Okay, that is not okay. This is lock. Movies. Okay, so Doc, can you read that?
Yes. The first movie was made using black and white cameras. The film for the pictures were cut up and made into long strips. They were played as a movie projector in a theater. Today, people can see movies almost anywhere. You can see movies on computer, others watch movie on iPod. Some even watch movie on their cell phones. The world of movie is changing very fast. Some filmmakers want to use digital photography to make movies. Digital photography is cheaper, take fewer people and less space. It's easy to use and can be done in a small area. However, they do not stand out as clear as the
Original.
original way.
Original.
Original.
Original. Again, original.
Original ways for filming. A man named Robert Research say that digital phone is the real way to make movies. He says it is the way to keep movie theater alive. He does not want them to become extinct. Robert writes movies and shoots them. He directs them and puts them together. He even does the special effects. Robert does them all in digital format. He do that is his own home in Texas. He can make most of movies for half of money is good using cost. Rory Chris want to make movies that can only be seen in his idea is to make movies for less money, only to sell in theater. He feels this will have preserve
Preserve.
the original ways to watch movies.
Very good. So saving the movies. So save, that is saving, the word is save, right? So what do you think is the word save? Did you understand that word, Doc? Yes. So save, that is, you want to save that thing, right? Okay, in the story, saving the movies is like save. You will save the movies on how the movies start, on how the first movies were used. Okay. So the first movies were made, okay, in our first movies, Doc, we have black and white cameras, right? So before we see a movies, okay, we can also see the black and white cameras. So the film for the pictures were cut up and made into long strips. So they were played on a movie projector. Do you see a projector, Doc? Do you see the projector?
Yes.
Okay, so that is how the movie first used about that. So they were played on a movie projector in a theater. Okay, in a theater. Today, people can see movies anywhere, right? So we can see movies in the laptop, in the cell phone, right?
Yes.
Using our iPads or our computer. So the world of movies is very changing. So that is change every year or change very fast, right? Because before, movies that is very limited. Why? Because they are using about there is a tape, right? You can see only a movie in a theater, not in our cell phone, in iPads, in computer. But nowadays, anywhere we can see a movies, right? Okay, do you like to see a movies, Doc, in your cell phone?
Mm. No, I don't watching the movies on cell phone. I like watching it on TV. Because I
Okay.
think
So you
the
are
screen,
you are watching in TV about the movies? Okay.
yes,
That's very good also. So some filmmakers want to use digital photography for making movies. Digital photography is cheaper, takes fewer people and less space. It is easy to use and can be done in a small area. However, they do not turn out as clear as the original way of filming. So a man named Robert Rodriguez says the digital form is the new way to make movies. He says it is the way to keep movie theaters alive. So that's it. They will also use the old one so that what happened? They will keep movie theaters alive. He does not want them to become extinct. So they are not like to that is okay. The old movie will not be used. So they will find a way so that it will exist. So Robert writes movies and shoots them. He directs them and puts them together. He even does the special effects. Robert does them all in digital format. He does this in his own home in Texas. He can make most movies for half of the money it would usually cost. So Rodriguez wants to make movies that can only be seen in theaters. His idea is to make movies for less money, only be shown in theaters. He feels this will help preserve the original way to watch a movie. So Rodriguez wants that would happen to them though. He wants that um it will preserve the original way to watch a movie. So he want that you can see a movie only in theater, right? Not in the
yes,
other way.
yes,
Okay, so he want the original one, right? Because in another way to watch a movie that is not unsa na oy that is not complete. That is not complete. Why? Because there are some events of the movies are not the same, right? Not other the original way for making a movie. Example in a theater,
Yes.
right? Okay,
Yeah.
now let's have structures. So it plus to be plus the adjective to verb. Okay? So that is our
Yeah.
structure today. So let's have an exercise, Doc. Okay. So what makes Robert unusual?
Uh, mm, he is trying to save the movie theater.
Okay. He is trying to save the movies, not the movie theater. Why? What do you think he tried to save the movie theaters? What do you think, Doc?
Um, even the kind people because he want to uh, preserve the original movies.
Okay, he is trying to save the movie theaters. Why? Because he want to preserve the original way in watching movies in theater, right?
Yes.
Okay, next. Oh my, okay. Which of this is not something positive about digital movies? What do you think, Doc?
Mm, I think the digital movie lost as clear as the Oscar.
Okay, they are not as clear as the other kind. So which of this is not something positive about digital movies? So they are not as clear as the other kind. So why? Because in the other doc, um, so as I said, if you watch movies in another what is that in another gadget or that is in another digital movies, okay, the other are not clear, right? So it is very important that we can watch movies only in the movie theater, right? Because that is the original way of making movies, or that is the original way that you can watch that movies. You can watch that favorite movies, right?
Yes.
Okay. Next, where can't people watch movies today? Where
Uh,
cannot?
uh, on the moon.
Yes, on the moon because we cannot reach the moon, right?
Yes.
Yes. But you usually use watching movies on television, right?
Yes.
Okay, me, Doc, I will always watching movies in a cell phone only, not in a television. Okay, so to make movies digitally, you would probably use a. So what do you think? To
Um,
make movies digitally, you would probably use a.
the typewriter.
Okay, that is the typewriter. Why? Because that is the old machine that they usually use, right? That is the digitally, the typewriter. That is the old one. So nowadays, computer is a new modernization. Then magnifying glass, book. Book also is, that is use only, that you are always reading, right? Magnifying glass is used only for the small words or for the small letters. Computer also, we will use that for movies digitally, but it depends upon on how the movie maker will use it. So they usually use about the typewriter, right? Okay, let's
Yes.
play a game. So save Dennis. Look at. Choose the correct answer. What camera was the first films made using?
Black and white.
Black and white, yes?
Yes.
Okay, very good. So Robert Rodriguez does not want movie theaters to become, what is your answer?
Extinct.
Yes, very good. That is extinct. Next. The first movies were played in a movie in a,
Project. Project.
yes, in a movie projector in a theater. Okay, very good. So we are done for this. So what have you learned about this saving the movies, Doc? Okay, can you tell me something about this? On
Yes.
what you understand in this lesson?
The movie. Um, we play. We plays on the project in the theater. In the is in black and white, and
Okay.
the man uh, the man was teacher. What is the name of the man?
What is that?
The name of the man.
What is that word, Doc? Can you repeat?
What is the name of the man?
Can you type in the chat box?
Can you change the slide to the slide
What
writing
slide?
when we when I read the
What,
passage.
that is extinct or alive? What is that?
No, just like when I read the passage.
Okay, what happened to this? Just wait for a minute. Running out of time. This meeting will end in 10 minutes. Forget not to remove the 40-minute time limit. What happened to this talk? Okay, just wait. So what slide again? Okay, in saving movies, right? Let's find.
He 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 robot robot.
Okay, what?
Yes. The man the man was robust. The boss is saving the movies by um he he write film and short film. He direct them and put them again. Is He even do the special effect. He Robust does them own in digital formats, and I think his idea is to make the movie uh, for less money, uh, less space, and only
Less
so
people also.
yes,
Yes. Okay, so today we'll learn about saving the movies. Okay. So we learned that there is an old one in making a movies, right? In the first movies, doc. Okay, in the first movies we use about the black and white cameras, right?
yes,
Robert Rodriguez, yes, says that digital form is a new way of making movies nowadays, right? Because Robert Rodriguez, what happened to him? He wants that the old one will preserve the original way to watch a movie. Why? Because he likes that we only look or see the movies in a theater. Because in a theater, we can see clearly, right? In that movie. And also, as he said, so digital photography is making digital photography is cheaper. So digital photography is very cheaper, takes fewer people and less space, right? Because nowadays, as we remember, are in making movies nowadays there are many people. Okay, not cheap, but we need more money so that we can make a movie, right? Okay, there are many people to use in making movies. Do you remember that, Doc?
yes,
And you will also find a wonderful or that is beautiful space to use in making movies, right?
yes,
So nowadays also, if you want to make a movies, there is a comparison between the others. Why? Because they will compare the other movies also. It depends the people on how to handle it, right? Okay. So Sir Robert Rodriguez wants that the old thing to make a movies will preserve as always, right? Because in a new way of making movies nowadays are you will use many people. You will use also more space to take movies or to have what is that, to have a good location and every Doc, are you listening? Hello,
yes.
Doc. Okay.
Teacher,
So
can you speak slow?
okay, sorry. Okay, so what have you learned in saving the movies? So you learn about the black and white cameras, right? That is the first movies that were made. Okay, just
And,
remember that.
and the picture of the film is cut up and made into long strip.
Yes, very good. So nowadays we can also watch the movies and other gadget, right? We can watch in cell phone, iPads, computers. So the world of movies nowadays is challenging or that is changing very fast. But even though it is changing very fast, but we remember that we must preserve also the original way to watch a movie, right?
Yes.
Okay. So that the way to keep movie theaters well alive also. So we are done for this, Doc. Let's continue to another.
Yes.
Oh, what happened to this? So we have next lesson about Marsha. Marsha. Just wait for a moment. What happened to my Google? Can you see my slide, Docs?
Yeah.
Just wait for a minute. So we have next lesson about Marsha. Ooh, what happened? So that is a fairy tale in a folklore. Okay, fairy tales and folklore.